All right, everybody, welcome to our Facebook spotlight of Mr. Andrew Babnik Jr. We are honored and privileged to have the opportunity today to speak with him, and we hope to learn a little bit more about him, his career, and of course, his life. He's a great resource to us, our staff, our clients, and we hope that he'll be a great resource to you. So without further ado, Mr. Andrew Babnik, could you give us a little bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. So, I am an attorney licensed in 4 states. I kind of jump around between New York, New Jersey, Florida, and Michigan. I keep my main office in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and my secondary office is in Coral Gables, Florida. And then I have a satellite office in Port Charlotte, Florida, because all of our Midwestern clients
Sure.
love to be on the West Coast side of the state. So that's where we bounce back and forth. I've been practicing for going on 13 years now. Solo practitioner, went out on my own about 6 years ago, specialize in estate planning. I'm certified in estate planning in the state of Michigan. Also handle family law, real estate, commercial litigation, and business development for our clients that need LLC formations, corporations. They all seem to tie into each other. You really
Yeah.
can't do real estate without understanding probate. You can't do divorce without understanding real estate. So everything seems to tie into each other.
Oh, absolutely. And I can tell you from personal experience that I can tell you're very honed in your craft. You're a very, very busy man, and I can tell that you put a lot of work into what you do. So thank you for that. What got you into the estate planning, legal attorney?
Well, I mean, generally going way back to what made me become a lawyer was for all the wrong reasons, all the reasons they tell
Okay,
you not to go to law school.
sure.
Loved Law and Order, loved arguing, loved reading, which actually is the right reason, is the loved reading.
Yeah.
Loved writing.
Hmm.
Was always a math guy, somebody who could have gone into engineering, probably should have. Some of the days that I do this legal work, all this gray was not here before I started the legal work.
Sure.
Um, but I enjoyed finding the problems. What a lot of people don't realize about the law and law school is it doesn't teach you the law. The law is ever changing. It teaches you how to find the problems for your clients, to figure
Mhm.
out, to issue spot, to figure out what could be the issue. When a client comes from an estate planning world and says, Andrew, I need you to do a deed, simply plugging and chugging a deed is not the art. The art is
Right.
finding out where can we save you on taxes? What are the consequences of this deed? And what other steps do we need to do? So I came into the law, um, like I said, for all the wrong reasons, but I enjoy doing it. And I moved towards the family law and estate planning side because I found they are interconnected to everything else that we do. And it gives me an opportunity to really interface with clients one on one. Unfortunately, I see clients at their worst. Death and divorce are two of the big things that the firm handles.
Yeah.
And helping clients plan for that on the estate planning side so that it's easier for the rest of the family helps me to avoid those situations for future clients. And I like being the solution to a problem that hasn't happened yet.
Sure, sure. And you touched on a great point there where you're meeting clients at some of the hardest times in their lives. And one of the first things that we always recommend for our clients is you're going to want to get an estate plan in order because when you're mourning, the last thing that you want to do is have to find all your ducks and set them in the right order. If you see
Right.
someone like Andrew, and he can help you to get them in the order that you need them in prior to that mourning process, it can make it a whole lot easier on the family members, right?
Correct. Yeah, it goes hand in hand with your financial planning. Is you're planning for while you're alive. You really need to put in place what happens when you're gone. It may not be for you, but it will be for
Mhm.
your family and for the ones you care most about.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I would say that's also what's causing you to get up every morning, continue to come into work, right? Those connections that you're making, helping those families on an individual level.
And it's why Ann Arbor is one of my favorite places to practice because it's the big little city. I
Yeah.
have done in my 12 years, I have done little to no advertising. It comes from word of mouth. You do good work for clients and they tend to pull you into the next, into the next, into the next. And I have seen generations of family, even in my short time practicing, that makes it worth it when you know that you've helped out mom and dad and now the kids come to you and then the grandkids come to you and there's a real sense of accomplishment when you feel like you're part of the family, at least from a helpful standpoint.
And I would say that's what differentiates you from many of the estate planning attorneys out. I know there's, like you said, the plug and chug wills, the plug and chug estate plans, making sure that you're walking through the process with those clients and walking through what are the ramifications of some of these decisions that we make, right?
Sure. I mean, we're in a world with chat GBT and technology
Yeah.
where things can be done. You can go online and get your financial planning done. You can go online and get your will done. Are you going to get it done with the same care and touch as the people who know what they're doing, who
Mhm,
have been through it, who know the ins and outs, who do that issue spotting?
mhm,
Technology's not there yet. So it's nice to be part of that to, you know, help the client to find that corner, to find what they're missing, what they didn't even know they were missing. Could you
mhm.
do estate planning online? Sure. Are you going to run into problems in the future? Probably. So
Yeah. And if there was one tip or a bit of information that you would want to recommend to our clients, your clients, anybody who's watching today, what would that be for them?
is to take a good look at what you have in place and think about what your wishes are going forward. The hardest part about estate planning, especially, is we don't want to think about it. We want to push it off. And I see a lot of clients who come to me after they've lost a family member, after they've been through a difficult probate or a litigation related to it. Look at your family, look at your kids, and think about how hard you're working 5, 6, 7 days a week to make it through, to figure out, well, what happens at the end of those 7 days? Where is it going to go? Where should I put it? Where should it go? And how do I want it to get there? And have a conversation with any estate planning attorney, myself or anybody else, just as to what my options are. That's the
Mhm,
beauty of what I do. I never charge for consultations on the estate planning side
mhm,
because I want clients to feel comfortable enough to pick up the phone. Sometimes you don't need one. We can designate beneficiaries, we can organize things without any heavy legal lifting.
mhm.
But you don't know that till you ask the question. So ask yourself the question first: where do I want to see this go? What do I want to see happen? And the rest kind of flows from there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And you mentioned that you give a first initial consultation, absolutely free. What's a good way for people to reach out to you if they're thinking about getting started on an estate plan, getting started on any legal matters?
Phone, email, text message, through your financial advisors, your investment advisors. A lot of my clients come when they go to discuss their finances and discuss their planning. They go hand in hand. Reaching out to me either by phone at my office, which is 248-973-7240, or emailing me at andrew@babnicklaw.com, finding me online at babnicklaw.com. Any way you could reach out to say, I have a question, I'd like to set up a time. The beauty of the new technology: Zoom, phone, in person, whatever everybody's comfortable with. We even meet with people at your office, financial planners offices. We become available. I've met clients at their home for the elderly clients who don't like to get out or can't get out. So reaching out is easy. You can find me online. You can find me, through your local investment advisor, and we're here to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for today, Andrew. You truly are an expert in your craft. And to all those watching today for this Facebook video, feel free to reach out to Andrew if you've got any questions. He really is a great resource to have, and we're honored to have him on today. So this is Riley Derwick with Advanced Wealth Strategies. We're featuring Mr. Andrew Babnik Jr. with Babnik Law. Thank you.
Thank you, Riley.
Sure.